Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another GeekVerse review episode. This, of course, being for Peacemaker, episode 4. I'm one of your hosts, the Yakama and Meskwaki Kirkland Patzer.
I'm the prime eagle, Taylor Field.
I probably butchered that pronunciation. I should have probably practiced and rehearsed that before I said it. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, just the two of us tonight. Travis will be probably joining us next week. You can hear his thoughts when he comes back for that. But yeah, before we get into the gist of the episode, just a couple of things to plug. We are in full review season. We're in September here. We're getting into I guess it's like the last quarter of the year, which is kind of crazy to think, right? With it being, end of 2025. It's going to be fast approaching, and yeah, we got lots of stuff going on right now. We just finished up our Dexter Resurrection review. We went through the whole series there. That was a fun time. We also got Alien Earth. We're still doing that. That's Tuesday nights, of course, and Gen V, which is going to be. Dylan's not on that, right? He doesn't watch that show. It's just
No,
you
no,
and,
I don't.
and Travis. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
just me and Travis.
Just the two of you there. And what day does that come out? Is that Tuesday also?
Thursday.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
default saying Thursdays because that's usually when Amazon does
It's
their
a safe
thing.
bet. Yeah. Okay, there you go. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure to go check that out on all the feeds. Um, has there been movies? I feel like I personally have not seen a movie in a very long time, which I was kind of like suspicious about. Like, I haven't been to the theater in a while. I think it was Naked Gun was the last time I was at the theater with you and Travis.
I think so. Yeah, and I don't believe we have anything really coming up
Yeah.
until Tron. I want to say,
Right.
but there's a few that I want to go see. I want to go see The Walk. I want to go see The Conjuring.
Yeah, and what's the Leo movie called? Oh my gosh, I can't. I can see the letters, but I just
I know
can't
what you're
form
talking
the.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so can't remember that one, whatever that one's called. But yeah, so no movie reviews immediately on the forefront there. But make sure you go check us out on the Patreon. That is the single greatest place to support us. You get everything early, ad free, exclusive, different phases on there. The tier phase 2 tier and higher, you get all of the perks. And then at the highest tier, we got our Patreon producers, which I'll bring up here. Big shout out to Aaron Braden, April of Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, Good God Loves Me 69, Jeremy Renner, Charlie Randell, Cocktail Clay, John with no H, and the newest member Sam Green. Look at that list there, Taylor. It's I literally have to take a breath halfway through now. It's
It's a good
awesome.
list.
Yeah, so huge shouts out to all of you. We love each and every one of you, and yeah, I mean, let's just jump into it without further ado. Peacemaker episode 4. Spoiler free, of course. Taylor Field, what did you think about this week? Coming off last week, it was the just different dimension experience, and now Chris is back in his own realm and kind of just dealing with all of the stuff that's happening here. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, quick shout out to last week's episode. I dived into that and it was good. I really enjoyed it, and I thought stuff with Vigilante too really like cracked me up. Notably, one scene that I just want to shout out when he's with Economos in the bathroom and he's talking about like, ask me anything, spider facts. I know everything about spiders. And same thing about the birds that he was doing earlier, and he's like, how many eyes do spiders have? And he's just like, two. And Economos is like, you said that so fucking confidently. I had to look at my phone to see if you're right. And that
Yeah,
just
that got me.
killed me. Holy shit. So Vigilante continues to be a special gem for me in this show. But with this week's episode, I quite enjoyed it. I liked a lot of the stuff that we got. It was some good stuff. And yeah, all in all, like there's not a huge amount of progression or development. It's just kind of, I don't want to even say filler because it's not necessarily a filler, but it's just kind of adding a little bit more spice, a little bit more depth to our current narrative. But it's not really blowing it out of the water and giving us a whole new like, oh wow, this is happening. Da 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 da. It's just it's pretty basic, but it's basic in the way that I enjoy it, and I thought it was really good. And there was a lot of humor in here, and just a little bit more expansion on some characters that we saw introduced in last week's episode that I enjoyed. Some new introductions. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what next week brings. And the way that this episode kind of concluded with, Yakama Meskwaki, just that character was really interesting and
Michael
made me and
Rooker.
Matt. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, it made me and Madison laugh quite a bit. Some of the stuff that he was just babbling on about, and it's not a spoiler when I say this, but Economos is like, "There's another eagle hit you from behind." It's just everything about that was really good. But yeah, there's a lot of humor in here that is really hitting me in all the right ways, and I'm enjoying it. Uh, but there's a few things I'll highlight in spoiler territory that I've been I don't know, kind of waiting for, I guess. But yeah, other than that, it's a good time. I enjoyed it.
Nice. Very nice. Yes, I part of me kind of forgot you weren't there last week, so I appreciate you giving us your thoughts there. You were greatly missed, obviously. You're big hole. For this week, yeah, I really like this episode. I think it's even better than last week, in my opinion. Just because last week it's like really just on Chris. I think John Cena's great, but like I am interested in the other characters of the mix. Um, like oh my gosh, what's that actor's name? The guy that keeps giving Economos the repulsive names. What's the actor's name? I am so bad on names right now. This is hurting me. As you look at that, yeah, no, I just like to see kind of everyone interacting together.
Tim
And
Meadows.
Tim Meadows, thank you. Yes, so I think he was fantastic in this episode, and like it wasn't a lot of him at all. Not like 2 episodes ago where like he had some extended scenes which were really working for me, but like I can understand if he's just a little bit too much of that. Um, yeah, so I appreciate maybe just like the more bite-sized portions of him in this episode, and Adrian was just fantastic. I liked Adebayo also more in this episode. I feel like I wasn't necessarily liking her as much at the start of this season, but no, across the board I thought it was really interesting. I'm pretty like looking forward to next week because of how this ends. I feel like they are doing some interesting well, it's a, like yeah, I don't want to spoil too much. Just interesting stuff with the plot and kind of like what Chris has to deal with now, and yeah, just kind of the reality of he went to this world that's like so fantastic, but then he comes back here, and just like some of the not necessarily repercussions, but just it's more complicated than he thinks of just running away from this world, you know. So yeah, no, I really liked it. A lot of humorous moments that I really liked. I feel like across the board, I was happy with pretty much everything that was going on here. And because of the show, like you mentioned, it's like you use the word basic with some aspects of it. I find there is some moments where it just seems like a little bit cheesy, like not really a spoiler, but just the fact that like Economos is like even with this team that's like hunting Chris, he just seems like such a sus individual, and I feel like you could easily have like so many other people replace him, you know, like have like actual people that aren't just going to be helping Chris on the inside. So like that, it just seems unbelievable to me that they would even have him tagging along like with them. But at the same time, I'm like, it just kind of fits also like the tone of the show. Like I'm totally fine with it. I appreciate Tim Meadows just chirping him
Ginger
like in the
Cool.
team. Ginger Cool. GC, you know, he's shortening the name now. So yeah, no, I think across the board this is a really good episode, and I'm excited for next week. So it's a nice place to be.
Yeah, well said.
Cool. Anything else to say before we jump into the exciting spoiler section?
I got nothing.
You got nothing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our first ad break here, and then we'll be right back to unravel all that was in episode 4. All right, Taylor, we are back. Spoilers, episode 4, Peacemaker. Need I say door is the name of this episode. I forgot to say it earlier. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with... what was the funniest thing for you in this episode? Was it Michael Rooker? Was it the eagle hunter?
Michael Rooker was definitely a highlight. Just, I don't know why, I've seen it done a million times before, but when he's like, "Oh, yeah, Eagle, hello, that guy be," Michael Rooker's character is just like, "Oh, Eagle shit," and he like picks it up and he like crunches it. He's like, yeah, cold cuts." Chips. It's weird. It's something that you've seen a million times in other IPs, but it cracked me up. And I think it's because Michael Rooker is selling it, and when he's just Economist just like nudges him, like hits him, and he falls. And I thought he was dead because he smacks his head on the rock. But then he like
Oh,
gets
I did
up and he's
too.
like, "Oh, I don't remember what happened after another eagle. No, that can't be. Oh no, it's the prime eagle. I mean, all my whole life been waiting for this shit." Uh, the guard walks up. He's like, "Oh, what the hell happened to you?" He's like, "My third eye's open, son." Like it's just, and then that end scene of him doing his little like
Oh man,
dance and everything.
that was
Holy
like Willem
shit!
Dafoe straight out of the Northman, like that level of his
Absolutely.
shamanistic ritual.
Absolutely, and the fact that he like, I was hoping Travis would be here because I had questions like, is this an actual like comic character at a DC? Does he have powers? Because he exercises some powers. He starts flying and he's flying like an eagle, and he sees the cabin where they are hiding out. Like, what the fuck? This guy's on another superpower plane of existence here. It's crazy, but yeah, his character was definitely a highlight, and I want to see that showdown between him and Eagly very very badly. I think it'll be a really good time to see what happens there, but. Yeah, he's just he's crazy. And everything with him in the bus too, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Vietnamese and Chinese just can't get it right." He's just so politically incorrect, and it's just such a can of worms. And I can't remember the name of the little guy. Um,
Yeah,
what
they've
is
called them
that
different
name?
things throughout the show, like different names.
Yeah. Gosh. Little green man hero. What is his name? The little green man. That's the bot. No, that doesn't make any sense. Judo master. Ah,
Judo
yes.
Master, there it is.
Yeah. So judo master, absolutely. Like, I know I'm branching off, but I'll stop it after judo master. He goes hand in hand with Michael Rooker's character for me that just really cracked me up. When again, it's Economos that interacts with these characters that I like because it's just this dead innocent humor when they're talking, and Economos is just kind of like grilling him. It's like, I wish that you were just like a dead corpse. He's like, "Oh, you just carry me around and haunt my family and my friends, just carrying around my dead corpse." Like, no, that's weird. Like, it's just the talk between them, and he's always eating, and yeah, it cracks me up. It really cracks me up.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that sequence. I really enjoyed when they get to like they're chasing Chris and Judo Master is just like flipping through the woods, like doing these like crazy just flips in pursuit. Like he's basically moving faster than Chris is running. Uh, while he's doing these cartwheels running at him, and then their fight just is just like so over the top, on tethers, him just flipping Judo Master around and then flying towards a tree. It was very like professional wrestling level with some extra special effects in there, and no, it was fun. I thought Chris just killed him when he just fell on him and squished him like a bug. Like I thought he was just gonna be flattened, like it was a cartoon character. But no, he's still there. And then at the end of the episode, when he's like limping off into the road, and then it goes to Chris in the car. I thought Chris was just gonna run him over or something. I thought he was just gonna be right there, but no, it didn't happen. I mean the episode ended with him in the car, so maybe it's gonna be at the start of next week's episode. I doubt it, but yeah, no, I enjoyed the humor there.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So this episode starts with another flashback. I think this one was like 20 or so years. I don't
Right.
remember. I don't remember the exact
35
number.
years. 35
35
years.
years. Thank you. So it's Keith and Chris hunting with Papa Nazi. Like the true timeline version of Chris
The
and
White Dragon.
the White Dragon. There you go. I can't remember his name. Pretty much one of the same. But yeah, he snipes this poor alien thing that's carrying this device. Have we seen this device before, or is this the first time?
I think this is the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically what the device is it allows them to move the dimensional portal, which is kind of cool. I didn't really think about like how like the logistics of it moving. Really, I just assumed it was. I don't even know. I don't even know what I assumed. Maybe it was just like a door you could remove with the hinges and move it around. But no, I kind of like this edition of it. It makes like there was a little bit of tension like when he was trying to move the portal with them raiding the house there. Like I didn't think they were just gonna catch Chris this episode, but I did like all of that stuff, and yeah, just yeah. Anything to add on just this
I
whole opening or what's going on here?
I'm blown away by like how they figured out to operate it, because when Chris was doing it and he was kind of nervous, he wasn't sure what he was
Very
doing. It
intricate.
was very fucking intricate, and how he knew, okay, like I don't know how he figured it out. Oh, this is a device that'll move the door, so we have to specifically put it into a door frame, and then we have to like hit these knobs to the right setting, and then like hit this button and then flip this little tap and then know to run away because it fucking explodes. I don't know how he figured that out. I don't get it.
Yes, I agree.
Travis in the
Um,
chat.
on Kick, which I didn't even know we had an account for, but there you go. Yeah, do you think this device is going to be like? Do you think they're going to be moving the portal a lot, or is it just going to be set up in the shack? It's kind of cool how like that's all like obviously wherever the door is in our universe, like that's going to be the building that he goes through.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really again think about the details of that until this episode when it's kind of moved around, and they basically are set up in this like very Evil Dead looking shack.
It looks spot on like the Evil
Yeah.
Dead shack.
I honestly thought they were gonna make like a comment on it, like when he's there with Adebayo there, because it just looks so similar. But yeah, no, it's cool. I like the change of setting. It seems like a good spot for like a big showdown. If you know Argus is gonna show up again and raid him, it seems like just a good fight. Yeah, setting. So I do like our new location here, and yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna move again. I mean, uh, Yakama Meskwaki knows where it is, so he's gonna
Yakama
be going
Meskwaki,
there.
exactly.
Yakama Meskwaki, yeah, he knows where it is, so he's gonna be going there and trying to take down Eagly and whatnot. Although I don't feel like Peacemaker is his target. He's here just for the fucking eagle. That's what he's trying
Yeah.
to go for.
But like he's with
Um,
that team, right? So like I'm
he is with the
sure
team, but I feel like now he's gonna be. It's just his own personal mission, and killing Eagly is above
that is a good
like
point actually
what the
because
team.
he is just in the woods at the like he's
Yeah,
not with the team. Like I could very well see, especially the way that he reacted to that security guard. If they're like, "Hey, where's the eagle hunter?" and he's like, "That guy's a fucking wacko. I don't know. I'm not following that guy anymore."
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah. No,
So
Oh, sorry. There you go.
I was just gonna say, he's gonna move it. I think he's gonna move it back to his house, but it's gonna be interesting to see how they sell that
Like the
dynamic.
trailer again, like back to where it got raided.
Oh well, no, probably his dad's house.
His dad's
But
house.
I don't like, or he can't. No, actually, I bet you he'll just lose access to it. I don't think he'll be able to go back there anymore. I think he's gonna lose access to it. I think that's gonna crush him because he's gonna have to come to terms with not being able to go back to that perfect dimension, right?
Hmm.
He's gonna have to make that choice, and he's gonna have to live without going there, unless he gets trapped there, which I doubt that they're gonna do that. But he can't be going between the two into like a season 3 or anything. He's gonna get
Yeah.
stuck in ours, the prime one, and that's gonna be it.
How do you feel about the Travis and I were discussing last week of like if there's going to be a big reveal that like his universe isn't great, like it's there's actually bad stuff going on. Like do you follow that theory or do you think it actually is just the perfect dimension?
I think it's perfect, and I was
Yeah.
waiting for something bad to happen. I think the bad thing that happened was just this group of, anti-government people that they
The
have
freedom
there.
something whatever they were called.
Yeah, I think that was the only bad thing, and it is literally just exploded in this park, and then we're gonna level out a government building every week. So I
Yeah.
think that's basically the the cap. They're not going anything beyond that. That's just gonna be the limit of the badness inside that dimension. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I very much think there is going to be something sus with it and I like just the more time I had to sit like with it from last week's viewing, I feel like it's kind of something around the three of them, like the dad, the version of Chris that our Chris killed, and his brother. Like I think although like they're the trio, they're the top trio, whatever they're called. I feel like maybe they are actually sus. Like although the dad's not
Mm.
like a straight up just like Nazi like fascist character, super racist scumbag. Like I still think that maybe they are involved in some criminal activity, and because like it's been like stressed that that version of Peacemaker was kind of a piece of shit, right? Like he was cheating Amelia
Yeah.
Harcourt and just on the pills, and like that doesn't necessarily mean he's like a straight up master villain, but at the same time, yeah, I think there's something sus there, just because we don't really know any details of like more of what they've done, right? Like the top trio, like people love them, but I don't know. I think there'll be something sus because it just seems like a likely scenario. If it's just so set up to be perfect, well, then it's like, well, near the end of the season, that's when the big reveal happens that it's not so perfect, and then it's better to be in this imperfection. It's better to have the devil dimension that you know versus the devil dimension that you don't know.
That is
Um,
true. I mean, if there is any inkling, I haven't detected it myself yet, but I could see them bringing like Rick Flag Jr. over. I could see with how fucked up he was in this dimension, he could like sneak into Chris's house, and like follow him, and then sneak into like the door, and then follow him into like the main dimension there. And I think I would love to see that. I'd love to see this version of uh Rick Flag Jr. interact with Rick Flag Sr. and just like the chaos that would
yeah,
ensue with that.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like if it doesn't really cross over, that would be just missed out on some juice, especially that like we've never seen Frank Grillo interact with Rick Flag Jr. right from
Yeah, and
the
that's how you bring him
the
back, which
Suicide Squad.
I feel like James Gunn kind of wants to
Like
redact
that
that.
version in our universe now, he's just gonna hang around.
Yes, yes.
I'd be down for that. I'm not like the biggest fan of that actor, but I like him enough, and just this like the weight of him being with like Peacemaker and just our cast and crew. I feel like there's some sauce there that you can really enjoy, dip your little enjoyment nuggets in. So I'm totally down for that. So I didn't really think about that before you pitched it, but I'm totally down. So I hope they kind of go that route.
Hmm.
Nice. Where do you want to go next? We're talking about Frank Grillo here, I guess. He's pitching Amelia Harcourt to like how she's able to kind of get back in with Argus is to bring in Peacemaker, and it seems like she's just kind of doing it. Like I thought there was going to be a moment, like when she is talking to Chris, that like she's gonna lie to Frank Grillo and like actually meet him and maybe give him a heads up. But that didn't really happen because they were just camping out her house, and then as soon as she's going to meet Chris, she's it sounds like she's kind of conflicted with it, like she's kind of annoyed. Like she expressed that to um, Rick Senior, but she just gave him the yeah she just gave him like the address and everything, and they're just camping out. And I do you think he's gonna meet up with her, or do you think he's gonna suss it out?
Hmm.
Maybe he's gonna see something.
I think he knows something. I really,
Yeah.
really do, and I think my interpretation is he knows that this universe it's all fucked up, and so I'm hoping that he could kind of detect or at least think that okay, everything in the perfect universe is it's set, but everything in this universe is going to be the opposite. Whereas, okay, Amelia wants to meet, have a genuine conversation in the perfect dimension, and that worked out great. He's going to think, okay, it's going to probably be the opposite. He's going to maybe meet her, but knows something sus, something's off with it because she was just so agreeable. And it's like, yeah, let's meet, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, it's hard to say unless she is trying to betray Rick Flag Sr. There's something else going on here that we just didn't get to see that scene or that moment where she's going to be pulling a fast one on them. I don't know. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, we do know that we already knew, but we got a little bit more insight into the fact that Amanda Waller out the door, she black booked her, everything like that, couldn't get her a job, and so now Rick Flag Sr. is just dangling that carrot above her. Hey, you want back in? This is how you do it. You got to take down Peacemaker. So I think she's definitely going to try and meet in the middle, do
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I don't think anyone's really going to betray Peacemaker. Even Economos, he's sending bad text messages that don't make much sense to Peacemaker to alert him, right? So I think everyone is just going to remain loyal to him, but try to play both sides.
Mm. Yeah, and then they're finally sus on Economos. That's kind of what I was mentioning earlier. Just goofy to me that he's even a part of this like team, because he's expressed that Chris is his friend. I'm able to look past it, and I think he'll probably do something. Like even though they are sus of him, I think he'll like compromise himself to save Chris. Like I think Chris will get close to that meetup spot and then kind of get that. Like I don't think he's gonna get a chance to talk to Amelia at least right away. Like in this setting, I think they will have a moment, just not in that park. But I'm not super strong on that. Like it's a 60% feeling, I think. And yeah, I just kind of like the setup. I thought right away it was gonna be like she's now like a bounty hunter on like hunting Chris, which could be fun just because she's such a badass and she's getting in fights again at the start of this episode. Um, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna go that way at least right away. And I don't know. I thought it was gonna be a lot more like she's so on Rick Flag's side of like, yes, I'm gonna do anything to get back with Argus. But what was shown here, it seems like she's already more conflicted than maybe I initially thought she was gonna be. So yeah, I'm excited to see what
I
happens.
I wonder, like, is James Gunn just he's getting rock hard just watching his wife just beat the shit out of these men or just get into these fight scenes. Like he gets
Don't
them to
pull your
act it out.
punches. Actually hit them.
Yeah, yeah, actually kick the shit and then like let's get a close up of you pulling your lip down, your gums down and just showing the blood in your mouth. He's just like, oh fuck yeah, oh yeah, just getting off on it, like it's just
Maybe he is.
wild.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is. I can't say for or against.
He's just like orchestrating it like his marionettes, just all these different things in his universe. It's crazy.
I missed you last week to complain about James Gunn and his decisions
And his decisions. Was there something
around the wife.
compromising that he did?
Last week, like with Amelia, or I guess Jennifer Holland. That's her name, right? Jennifer Holland sounds
Yeah.
right. Well, yeah, because that's when they're like on their date, isn't it? Or no,
Right,
that's
right.
2 weeks ago, isn't it?
No, that was it. They're on
Okay.
their date and like yeah, because he's like talking about
Oh
how
yeah, I thought they
he
were gonna
cheated,
full
but
on
like
shack up right there, start
oh
knocking
yeah,
boots that episode.
oh yeah. No, I think it must be a dominance thing. I think James Gunn likes his wife to be in charge and
Maybe again, I don't know for or against. I'll leave it there.
Mhm.
Um, you know what? Let's go to an ad break. I need a little reset after that. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're calm. We're collected. Where to next? We talked about the raid. Oh yeah, Tim Meadows was in a little bit less here. I I laughed at the part when Economos just spits right at him because he's just I can't remember exactly what name. Did he just call him Ginger Cool or he called him something different?
I think he called him Ginger Cool in that
Yeah, and
scene.
it's just like quick spit right to the eye, and he just what the
Adults
fuck is
don't
wrong?
fucking
Yeah,
spit on each other.
yeah, which is hilarious. So yeah, that scene definitely got to me.
When they were all on the bus together and the boss was like reaming him out and Economos is like, oh, he's fucking when he's talking on the phone with you, he's making faces. It's like, what faces? He's like, he's winking at me, moving his finger, like he's got you, you know, wrapped around you, his finger or whatever. It's just the high school drama of it is just it's so funny. Oh my gosh! And Tim Meadows, it's not even it's not getting old because even last week's episode when they're just getting pissed off at each other, he's like, yeah, you told me it was a fucking duck. He's like, why would I say it's a fucking duck? It's an eagle. And they're just getting at
Which
each
you
other.
called a parrot this week.
A parrot this week. And it's the casual just it's the confidence and the casualness of when he drops the line, when he just is like, hey, Ginger Cool's a badass or whatever. And then like even last week when they're in it, it's an intense moment, they're serious, and he just casually is like, yeah, Titty's lost an eye. It's just he sells it so good, these fucking nicknames. And so I hope he does have some more nicknames. I'm really excited to see what else he comes up with, but I don't want him to get killed off. I want him to stick around and stay around a little longer because he's really funny.
Yeah, I think he'll last at least the season. Like I don't think he'll get killed off before the end, if it does happen. But yeah, no, he's fantastic. I forgot to mention when we were talking about kind of Amelia and Frank, like that scene. I thought it was just like a really good scene, like acting wise. Like I thought both of them, even though I'm not necessarily the biggest Frank Grillo fan, I think Jennifer Holland has been fantastic throughout this whole season. And yeah, it was just a good scene, and I was invested in. And same thing with John Cena and or Chris and Adebayo in the cabin, and like even the car. Like I just really liked pretty much every scene that had like just two people in it. This episode, I was really eating it up. We've already kind of talked about the Eagle Hunter and Economos. Like although that was more goofy, I still just really enjoyed the scene, and just to see get like Michael Rooker playing this crazy character, and he's just totally going ham on it. I never thought Michael Rooker would be playing this weird Eagle Hunter, let alone just being like stripped naked doing these crazy dances around a fire. And it just seemed to like come in right at the end of the episode too. And I thought it was like ending, and then it just goes to that, and then it's like, oh man, this is a nice little like end credit for the episode. And then
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had to look away because it was just so gross when he was like picking at his like head wound and then
That was
like
a
painting
lot
in
of
the
blood.
sand, and he just
Holy
keeps
shit.
pulling it out. I had to look away every time he's like digging his hands in his forehead. But then, yeah, I mean it worked. He's like a full on shaman or whatever witch doctor to be able to just see through the eyes of the spirits up in the sky. It was a trippy sequence, but yeah, no, it was good.
It's just weird to think that this guy exists in the same universe as Batman. That blows my
Right?
mind.
With this power, like man,
With his
he's
power, yeah.
like he hunts eagles, but they're not so different from bats in some veins,
Oh
maybe.
yeah, him versus Batman. Fuck. Oh
You could
man.
see it's Bruce Wayne with this power. Like it's
You
so it's
could.
so powerful. And then he can just get to him that way.
Yeah, that's right. I'm curious to find out too with the White Dragon with John Cena's dad here that we learn a little bit more like okay they found the technology and they were using it, but how do they make the helmets and where did all that come from? Like his dad wasn't also a super genius. He flunked 10th grade, so there's a little bit more clarity there. And like how did they get the technology? I'm assuming the technology was just in there and they found it on a bench and they started using it. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's just some more context. Like his Chris is like, oh, it's complicated. So there's obviously some more context and story to explore there. So I guess I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the first time we see like the origin of like the portal and like this technology and like
To my knowledge, yes.
yeah, so it's like that in and of itself is a big just answer that leads to more questions. And yeah, no, I'm curious what's going on there. And man, at first I thought this alien creature was like literally just weasel. Like I thought it was gonna be a weasel's brother or something because it just it looked so fucking weird. And then once we go to like a different shot, it's very clearly a different type of alien creature species thing. And Chris did mention that it's one of 99 different doors. Do you think we're going to be interacting with any of those other doors, even beyond the season?
I hope so. I'd really like
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
I mean, it's a great setup. You're not limiting yourself to like, hey, there's two doors, and then we can only ever tell two of those tales of the different dimensions. 99 is a pretty healthy amount to play with if they want to go down that route and open, go knocking on those doors. So yeah, I'm interested to see more of what's happening there. And just this room in and of itself, like the kind of like waiting room area where like just he takes Eagly to go fly around if it's cold outside. Like there's just a lot of interesting stuff going on there. That guy that just keeps coming in and never says hello to Chris. Stuff like that I'm interested in. So I hope I get to see a little bit more of it.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. My other note I had. Oh yeah, fucking when the bird hunter is doing his bird hunting thing, and he's like eagle poop, and he like he grabs it, just eats it like a fucking potato chip. It's like 4 hours old, or yeah, 4 days, and then hints of cold cuts. Fucking just so nasty. And yeah, I like too how like he's like looking at it, and then the camera like goes to Economos, and you can just tell he's like, "Don't do what you're about to do." Like he knew what he was gonna do, and then sure enough, he did it, and just the whole crunch. Yeah, that was a nasty visual to see and hear.
Yeah.
And beyond that, that's kind of all my notes. Really, kind of, I don't know. It's kind of quickly jumped around, but for plot wise, like we kind of covered everything. So, anything else you have to add?
I got nothing.
Got nothing, eh? All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Next week, we are going to be back for episode 5. Travis should be there. Taylor should be there. I should be there. So, yeah, we'll, till next time, we'll see you there. Bye.